Welcome back to another week. This week, I want to talk to you about how to stick to your meal plan. I have a couple of tips and tricks that might be just what you need. So you probably know by following me on Instagram that I post breakfast most days, and I like to have a big breakfast because it's the meal I have right before I go to the gym. I eat pretty much the same thing every day, but my first trick is that I always make it look different. So even though I eat 6 egg whites every day, it looks different every day. Here's a few examples. I like to do is I leave some flexibility. So I'm going to take you through my meals in a minute, and what you'll see is I have an option in my last meal. And I usually do this every single week, so depending on if I feel like having something hot or something cold, it's an option. And they have the same macronutrients, so it doesn't matter which meal I pick, I'm still going to be on track. So give yourself some options that are great switch outs. So we have finished prepping all the food. I'm going to take you through it real quick. These are meals 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll tell you what meal 6 is. So, as you know, breakfast changes daily. That's meal 1. Meal 2, this will be my post-workout meal. I'm going to have a serving of French cut green beans along with brown rice, and then 4 ounces of 90% ground beef rather. So it's a leaner ground beef, but it's still my high-fat meal. So at this point in growing season, I want to create a calorie surplus. So I'm making sure to have at least one high-fat meal every day, and sometimes more than that, because you know how I like the peanut butter. All right, so meal 2, what we have is, as I showed you, I've got the cottage cheese. So I've got 114 grams of cottage cheese, which is 1 serving, and I diced up some chicken that I baked, 4 ounces, and mixed it in. So this is a very high protein meal. Again, mussels are made of protein. I want to make sure that I am eating enough of that every day for sure. That's going to go in one of these low-carb wraps, along with 1 cup of baby spinach. I like to get my greens in. Next meal over here, just to keep everything efficient with my meal prep, I usually grab something that's already cooked to make it quick. So I grabbed some rotisserie chickens that were marked down and they were already cold. So all I had to do is pluck those and weigh them out. So this is plucked or shredded rotisserie chicken with zucchini and summer squash, and then I ran out of that. I didn't buy quite enough, so luckily in my freezer I had some frozen broccoli, so I went ahead and I did my last couple of meals with frozen broccoli. And then this is prepped up. As you can see, I've got tomatoes here, I've got avocado in my fridge, I've got spring mix and cucumbers and red onion. So this is 4 ounces of chicken that's going to be going on a salad for the next meal. And then I've portioned up, as always. I really like to make my breakfast big. I like it to be a lot of food. So I've gone ahead and I've diced up some mushrooms and red pepper. That's like my go-to to get some of those micronutrients in. So that'll either go in my breakfast or it'll go in my final meal. My final meal will either be an egg white scramble or it'll be a protein ice cream bowl. Depends on how I feel. Do I want something hot or do I want something warm? And that is what I'm eating this week. So the next thing I want to talk to you about, if you go ahead and you add up those macros, you're going to be like, oh wow, she only eats this or she eats that much of this. I make sure that I leave room in my macros so that I can eat something here and there throughout the day that's additional, but it doesn't put me over my target macronutrients. So for instance, I keep rice cakes on hand. You know I love nuts, almonds, peanuts, cashews. I like my peanut butter or my PB2. So typically when I plan my week, I make sure I leave room for additional fat and additional carbs because that tends to be what I want to snack on when I'm hungry. And I keep some options in my cabinet to satisfy that. So I've got my chocolate rice cakes or my caramel rice cakes, and I know to some people that's not like, woo, real fun and foofy, but to me that's, you know, that hits the spot. If I can have a chocolate rice cake with some peanut butter on it, to me that tastes just like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but then I'm getting good fuel for my body to be able to work out and to stay healthy and fight off, you know, colds and stuff, especially this time of year. So hopefully this has been helpful, and we'll see you next week.